strong.
In the evolving landscape of Philippine defense modernization, a new chapter may soon be written that could reshape the Philippine Navy's capabilities at sea. This month, Japanese media reported a significant milestone. The Philippine Navy has officially completed its Joint Visual Inspection (JVA) of one of Japan's Abukuma-class destroyer escorts, a development that may mark the beginning of a larger naval cooperation between Tokyo and Manila. According to confirmed reports, the ship involved in the inspection was the JS Jinsu, DE-230, which is currently based at the Sasebo Naval Base in Nagasaki Prefecture, Japan. The inspection was part of an exploratory process allowing the Philippine Navy to evaluate the condition, design, and systems of the Abukuma-class destroyer escorts. For decades, the Philippine Navy has struggled with an aging fleet. While it has made strides in acquiring new vessels such as the Jose Rizal-class frigates, its need for multi-role surface combatants remains pressing. The Abukuma class could be a practical stopgap solution, robust enough to fill immediate capability gaps, yet more affordable compared to brand new ships. The joint visual inspection was not just a formality. According to sources, the Philippine Navy assessed the ship's suitability for operations in Philippine waters, where the environment is vastly different from that of Japan. Warm tropical seas, higher humidity, and constant exposure to typhoons and saltwater corrosion pose unique challenges that demand thorough evaluation. The fact that the Navy has indicated these ships are suitable is a strong signal that the Abukuma class may indeed find a second life under the Philippine flag. The JS Jinsu was commissioned in 1990, making it over 30 years old. Yet, like most ships of the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, JMSDF, it has been meticulously maintained. Japan's naval standards are among the highest in the world, and even older ships are kept in excellent working order. The Jinsu and the rest of the Abukuma class displace around 2,000 tons standard and about 2,500 tons full load. Measuring 109 meters in length with a beam of 13.4 meters, the ship is relatively compact, making it well suited for operations in the shallow and congested seas of the Philippines. Its armament includes a 76mm OTO Malara gun, Harpoon anti-ship missiles, and Phalanx close-in weapon systems. For anti-submarine warfare, it carries torpedo launchers and hull-mounted sonar. While these systems may not be the latest generation, they represent a significant upgrade compared to the capabilities of many current Philippine Navy ships. One key detail from the inspection is that the JS Jinsu was used as a sample for the entire class. This means that all 6 ships of the Abukuma class, built between 1988 and 1993, are assumed to be in similar condition with comparable subsystems and equipment. If the Philippines pursues this path, it could potentially acquire multiple ships in a relatively short time frame, rapidly expanding its surface combatant fleet. Even 2 or 3 Abukumas would make a noticeable impact, but all 6 would dramatically boost the Navy's operational presence in the West Philippine Sea and beyond. This development should not be seen in isolation. It ties directly into the broader context of Japan-Philippines defense cooperation. In recent years, Tokyo has stepped up its role as a security partner to Manila, providing patrol vessels to the Philippine Coast Guard and engaging in more complex joint exercises. The potential transfer of destroyer escorts represents a significant upgrade in defense ties. It would be the first time Japan has transferred large surface combatants to another country, demonstrating Tokyo's willingness to go beyond patrol and logistic support toward real combat capability sharing. For Manila, the implications are profound. The Abukuma class would provide credible deterrence in maritime disputes, particularly in the South China Sea, where tensions continue to rise. While these ships are not state-of-the-art compared to China's latest warships, their presence alone would enhance the Philippines' ability to patrol, defend, and assert sovereignty. Although no final decision has been announced, the inspection report and recommendations will now be submitted back to Philippine Navy Headquarters, the Armed Forces of the Philippines General Headquarters, and the Department of National Defense. The decision-making process could take time as it involves not only assessing the ship's condition, but also weighing costs, logistics, training, and political considerations. A key question will be how many ships the Philippines will pursue, and how soon. Another issue is whether the transfer will be on a grant basis as part of Japan's official security assistance, or under a more traditional sale agreement. While the Abukuma class represents a clear upgrade, challenges remain. Maintenance and operations will be an issue, since these ships are over 30 years old and integrating them into the fleet will require resources to sustain their upkeep. Crew training is another factor, as Filipino sailors will need to familiarize themselves with Japanese ship systems, some of which are unique to JMSDF vessels. Upgrades and modernization will also have to be considered, particularly in radar, combat management systems, and weapons, if the Philippine Navy intends to extend their service lives. Despite these challenges, the opportunity remains attractive. The Philippines has a long history of extending the service life of second-hand ships, from World War II-era destroyer escorts to more recent acquisitions like the Hamilton-class cutters from the United States. The Abukuma class, even at 30 years old, is far more modern and capable than many of the legacy platforms still in use today. The joint visual inspection of JS Jinsu marks a turning point in discussions of Japan-Philippines naval cooperation. By evaluating not just one ship, but an entire class, Manila has positioned itself to make a strategic decision that could add significant weight to its maritime defense posture. If the Philippines proceeds, the Abukuma-class destroyer escorts will not only reinforce the Navy's fleet, but also symbolize the deepening partnership between two island nations facing shared challenges in the Indo-Pacific. As one defense analyst noted, the Abukuma class may not change the balance of power, but it will change the balance of presence. And in the contested waters of the West Philippine Sea, presence is power. This is News PH, bringing you insights into the future of Philippine defense. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor this story and the unfolding developments in Japan-Philippines cooperation.